So I had known that I was meant to come back and do some work for God, but I just didn't know what part of it. So I would just come, just spend 3 months for holidays, still trying to figure out what God wants me to do. But after the breakup that particular year, so I was more drawn to to purpose, praying to God for, okay, I've prioritized this other aspect of my life. What do you want of me? What do you want of me, and what do you want me to do in this new phase of my life? And I was driving to work that day, and it was very clear. It was very clear. God told me to pull over. I pulled over, and it was just like, okay, I want you to take your nonprofit organization back to Nigeria. As at that point in time, I had started, but we didn't have a name. We didn't have, I mean, there was no structure, there was no name to the organization. It was just me starting something in 2019, wanting to do more for people in New York, because I mean, moving to the US, I was expecting to see the luxury of things that I see in the movie, but it did not happen that way. I saw so many homeless people on the streets. Some even get to pass away on the streets because it's too cold. So I started just I save up a little amount of money, buy lots of head warmers and lots of gloves, lots of scarves, just to give out to the homeless people, and then some toiletries. Some of them have not even brushed their teeth in like months and weeks. And just because they cannot afford to buy it. So I get some toiletries packed together, like toothbrush, deodorant, toothpaste, and just some other things. At least they can get to brush their teeth. So I started that in 2019, and on that fateful day, God was like, I needed you to take this foundation back to Nigeria and establish this foundation. Immediately, I called my brother. Yeah, because my brother is like my closest friend. I called my brother, and I told my brother, okay, this is it. I was in so much tears, not because of the fact that it required me to be present in Nigeria, because what I was seeing, because in terms of my spirituality, God has given me this particular gift whereby I can see what He wants me to do apart from other people. It's like the vision is always very clear. It's very, very clear. So that vision was very clear, and it felt like it was bigger than me. That was the point of my tears. I felt like I was not worthy enough to do what it was asking me to do, because it felt like it was way bigger than me. I called my brother. We spoke about it. I cried. I think I couldn't even go to work, because I was way too in my emotions to go to work, because I knew I would ended up crying all through. So I went back home. I started crying again. Like I mean, it was just like what I was seeing was way, way, way bigger than me. I called a friend. I had explained to the friend that this is what God wanted me to do, and you know, we prayed together, and I took a nap. I woke up, and the Lord said, "I would not give you a vision without provision. All you need to do is to go and listen." That was all I needed. And as soon as I heard that, just right away, my spiritual father posted a picture, a video. Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo, he posted a video, and in the same video, he made a statement saying, God would not give you a vision without provision. And then he went ahead to say that when the dreams are bigger than you, God knows that you have the capacity to take those particular type of big dreams. He would not give it to you if you know you doesn't have if you know you don't have the capacity. So some dreams will be bigger than you, but the Lord knows that you are capable of doing it. So, and the most funniest part was I got my dream job in October, and I heard those words in November, December, thereabouts. So it felt like this is the job I've been praying to God for. This is the job I've been praying to God for. So I mean, trying to quit the job
Mm.
and start all over. The pay was good. Let me not lie. The pay was good. It was what I mean. So that again was just something else. But I held on to the words that that God would not give me a vision and leave me stranded. So I packed my bags. and I obeyed. I remember telling my mom, and she was like, are you sure? But at the same time, she didn't even really scrutinize me that much because she knows that I have never taken a step without putting God you know, in the center of it all. So she was convinced in some part of her heart that this girl is about to do some things that even she herself don't understand, but God knows best. So yeah, so that's how it started.